So Cristiano Ronaldo has given an interview about not having any sleepless nights over his Juventus future, and why should he? He was the top scorer in the Italian Serie A last year. He helped uh, Juventus to yet another Serie A title last year in his first campaign. Although last year, I mean this season, they lost the Serie A crown to Inter Milan, but it was not for any lack of quality from Cristiano Ronaldo. In fact, Ronaldo has scored the most goals in all competitions in Europe's top 5 leagues after Robert Lewandowski since his move to Juventus, and his goal contributions also rank fourth, behind only Lewandowski, Messi, and Kylian Mbappe. Of course, these are numbers that will interest any club, and Real Madrid, PSG, and Manchester United are the clubs who are in the front running for the signatures of the Portuguese star. But Ronaldo says he is having no sleepless nights. He is not focused on these transfer rumors at all at the moment, and his sole focus is on the uh, European Championships. Talking about the European Championships, where Ronaldo is the top, holds the record for the most goals in Euros, the most games played in Euros, and the most tournaments in which he scored at least one goal. He's saying that, if I was starting out, if I was 18 or 19 years old, maybe I would have some sleepless nights, but I'm 36, I have absolutely nothing to prove, and he's right, he has nothing to prove. He's proven that he's one of the greatest of all time. His record in the UEFA Champions League, in the Euros, his international record speaks for itself, and the number of important goals, the impact he's had at Real Madrid, at Manchester United, the impact he still has at Juventus and for Portugal, speaks volumes, and he is clearly one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time. Maybe Lionel Messi rivals him, or Pele rivals him, but he's truly a magnificent player. Talking about the Portugal team, he said it's not the same team it was 4 years ago, and Portugal, if possible, the European champions are actually better than the team that they put out 4 years back. 4 years back, nobody expected them to win the title. It was a team of underdogs, and they scraped to a victory. But this year, they are touted as one of the favorites, along with probably France, who they face off in the group stage. And it's a very tough group with Germany, Hungary, and France in there. So any slip up in the group stage can prove really costly to the Portuguese. They start off their campaign against Hungary tomorrow on Tuesday, and it's going to be a very close one to see. Coming back to the Euros, England beat Croatia 1-0, thanks to a goal by Raheem Sterling. It was a surprising England squad that was put out. Croatia did manage to get their fair share of chances. England also had it was a good game. Both teams played well, but the difference maker was that one goal. Croatia created some chances. England created some chances. Calvin Phillips played really well, but at the end of the day, it was the Raheem Sterling goal that changed the game. Austria beat North Macedonia 3-1 with David Alaba, Marko Arnautovic coming up with two important goals, and for Macedonia it was uh, Pandev who scored for them, obviously. But the game of the night was the game between Netherlands and Ukraine. Netherlands eked out a 3-2 result against Ukraine after missing a host of chances. Netherlands took a 2-0 lead. Ukraine came back to draw it at 2-2, and finally Dumfries gave Netherlands a 3-2 lead. As for Czech Republic, for the game tonight, the Czech Republic beat Scotland 2-0 thanks to two goals by Patrick Schick, with the goal of the tournament coming in the second half, where he scored a 45-meter screamer. As of now, Poland and Slovakia drawing 1-1, with Linetti scoring for Poland and Wojciech Szczesny own goal for Slovakia. It also seems that Chelsea have improved their bid for Ashraf Hakimi. So Chelsea have launched a new bid which includes either Emerson Palmieri and Andreas Christensen, and it is reported that they have offered a fee alongside them, around £43 million. So it's a better deal than the previous one, because Inter Milan are believed to have Emerson and Andreas Christensen on their radar to strengthen up that defense. And they could also offer Tammy Abraham, David Zappacosta, or Mateo Kovacic in return. Chelsea would like to offload these players, and Inter Milan would get a decent player out of the returns. I mean, Tammy Abraham would be a good player to get, and they would definitely get some cash as well. So it will be interesting to see what happens there. And finally, the last news of the night is that Rafael Varane has apparently decided upon his future, and he's going to decide between the two clubs, Manchester United and PSG, and will not be signing a new contract for Real Madrid after. Even though it was revealed that David Alaba would most likely be played in central midfield by Carlo Ancelotti, Rafael Varane has admittedly is decided that he has won everything. He has won everything in Spain. He's won everything with Real Madrid, so he's looking for a new challenge. And Manchester United and PSG are offering him more money. And with just 1 year on the contract left, Real Madrid would also like to sell the player off for a decent amount of money. Lastly, if Varane does go, then Real Madrid can probably go for Jules Koundé, the Sevilla defender, who Carlo Ancelotti rates very highly. So it will be interesting to see what happens in the transfer market if Varane really indeed does not end his new contract.